This is Scott Childs, and this is my presentation on steady state exercise. The definition of steady state exercise is that the body is working at a steady state. It means that lactic acid is being removed at the same pace as it is being produced. The image here on the left is a picture to show an example of steady state exercise. Other examples of steady state exercise are things like using an exercise bike, running to the beat of a metronome, or running to the beat of music. These are the cardiovascular responses to steady state exercise. One of the main responses of the cardiovascular system to steady state exercise is that heart rate increases. Another thing that increases is stroke volume. Because both heart rate and stroke volume increases, this then means that cardiac output increases. Blood pressure also increases. The main reason why heart rate, stroke volume and blood pressure increases is to keep up with the body's demand for oxygen. These are the respiratory responses to steady state exercise. Tidal volume increases so that more oxygen can get to the muscles that need it. Also, it helps in getting more carbon dioxide out of the body. Another thing that increases during the steady state exercise is breathing frequency. It increases to keep up with the demand for oxygen around the body, as well as getting more carbon dioxide out of the body faster. The graph here on the left is known as the oxygen dissociation graph. It shows how much oxygen is in the lungs and how much oxygen is in the muscles. Two things which affect the graph is temperature and pH levels. These are the neuromuscular responses to steady state exercise. Our body is able to adapt to the exercise, and then the body becomes more pliable, so muscles and joints become looser and more able to move. Another thing that happens is the speed of neural messages, meaning that things like reaction time is then quicker. These are the energy responses to steady state exercise. Energy made during steady state exercise is made aerobically. It is responsible for producing most of the energy supplied in the body. It is slow to produce, but highly productive. Aerobic glycolysis is when glucose is broken down in the presence of oxygen. This is broken down into pyruvate. Due to oxygen, this enters a series of reactions known as the Krebs cycle. Pyruvate combines with coenzyme A, known as CoA, to form aceto-coenzyme A, producing ATP, hydrogen and carbon dioxide. Hydrogen atoms then form the Krebs cycle. They enter this chain known as the electron transport chain. They pass along and they combine with oxygen to form more ATP. All of these processes take place in the mitochondria. The folds in the mitochondria, known as cristae, are for energy production.